Hello and welcome to the channel. This article comes from verywellmind.com. 6 facts about borderline personality disorder. Borderline personality disorder, BPD, is a mental illness that is commonly misunderstood by the general population and even some healthcare professionals. It's also a disorder that has the potential to negatively impact the lives of others. Because of these two issues, there are many misconceptions about BPD that exist. If you or someone you know has BPD, it's important to understand the truth about the illness in order to begin recovery. Here we take a look at 6 facts behind common misconceptions about BPD. Borderline personality disorder is treatable. Contrary to what some might believe, BPD is treatable. If you think you have BPD, don't let this misconception scare you away from therapy or make you feel helpless. Having a diagnosis does not mean that you will forever experience the symptoms of BPD. Hard work and effective treatment, such as psychotherapy, can greatly reduce the severity of BPD symptoms and may help you live a normal life. Even without treatment, the symptoms of the disorder will ebb and flow over time. Some people with BPD are able to function at a higher level than others, so recovery is different for each person. Not all people with BPD are victims of childhood abuse. Too often, well-meaning people who don't understand BPD believe it is caused by childhood abuse. This misconception can change the way they interact with people who have BPD. While some people who have BPD have experienced abuse, the experience is not true for all. There is currently no known cause of BPD. The condition is generally believed by experts to be a result of a combination of biological and environmental factors, rather than linked to any one cause. Next fact: children and adolescents can be diagnosed with BPD. Children and adolescents can be diagnosed with borderline personality disorder. However, due to the generally accepted belief that personality is still forming throughout adolescence, diagnosing kids or teens with BPD has been controversial. The Diagnostic Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders, 5th edition, better known as DSM-5, lays out clear standards for diagnosis for BPD. Caution must be used when given any diagnosis, and this can be especially true for BPD, as the symptoms can often mimic typical adolescent behavior. A professional therapist with experience with BPD can help distinguish the difference. Early diagnosis can be helpful in ensuring that an individual gets the intervention needed to begin recovery. A professional therapist with experience with BPD can help distinguish the difference. Early diagnosis can be helpful in ensuring that an individual gets the intervention needed to begin recovery. Another fact: BPD and bipolar disorder are different disorders. BPD and bipolar disorder are completely different disorders. Although the symptoms of bipolar disorder and BPD may appear somewhat similar, they are two very distinct illnesses. Because even healthcare providers lack knowledge about BPD, people with BPD are often misdiagnosed with bipolar disorder, adding to the confusion. It is also important to note that the medications used to treat bipolar disorder often do not work for people with BPD. So a therapist with a background in BPD is essential to get an appropriate diagnosis and treatment plan. BPD is not only found in women. While the previous school of thought was that women are more commonly diagnosed with BPD than men, more recent research has shown that the rates are comparable. But how someone shows signs of BPD can differ. While women tend to exhibit symptoms like mood swings and feelings of emptiness, men tend towards behavioral impulsivity. If you know one person with BPD, you don't know them all. Every person is unique, and having BPD doesn't change that. According to the DSM-5, the standard for mental health care, certain criteria must be met for a BPD diagnosis. The criterion includes impairment in personality functioning and in interpersonal relationships. The way these impairments show themselves is different in every individual. In addition, not all people with BPD experience specific symptoms in the same way. One person's difficulty with relationships may be different from yours. Each person experiences BPD in very different ways. That's it for this article. Thanks for watching and have a great day.